Alright everyone, welcome to Street City Studio. I'm John, and in this video I kind of want to get back to the roots of the channel a little bit with some Star Wars. I think I've been missing some Star Wars figures. I've been playing with these Marvel figures so much, and I love Marvel, and I love these Marvel figures, but I really did start this channel on Star Wars mostly. I'm very aware that the Star Wars videos don't get the same kinds of hits for me, and so I think there's always a bit of hesitation to put out a Star Wars video, especially if I'm trying to grow. But it is what it is, right? I'll take the numbers, whatever they are. I need a Star Wars day, I think. And I don't think I have a lot to talk about even. And I was worried that maybe that'll be a hindrance towards making a good video. But I thought, just let it go and see where it goes, right? But I wanted to do a Boba Fett video or photo shoot, and his feet are not flat. Let's get that fixed. If you watched enough of the videos, or if you know me well enough, I'm a big fan of Boba Fett, but not just Boba Fett. Tamura Morrison, I love Tamura Morrison as Jango Fett and Boba Fett. I was very happy to see him brought back to play Boba Fett. And the clones. I shouldn't forget the clone troops too. The ones that he did get to play or whatever, but also I'm a big fan of the black costume update. I like the update, right? The good guy Boba Fett, right? The bad guy was wearing the lighter colors, and now that he's a good guy, he's wearing the darker colors. It makes sense, kind of. But I like the design. I like the look of the new costume versions of it we've gotten so far, right? I want to see more of this Boba Fett, right? Where is he going to go? I know a lot of people didn't like the show, and it's got its issues, but I want to see the character go on. I don't want to see the character left in the desert and forgotten, right? And even all the characters in the show, I liked seeing the new Tuskens, right? I won't spend a lot of time talking about the Tuskens necessarily, but I was a big fan of seeing some of that, seeing Boba Fett interact with them in that way. I got a big kick out of the like a banta, right? I don't know if you guys like that or just thought it was stupid, but I loved it, right? I didn't think it was stupid at all. I enjoyed it, and then when it turned into a meme, I enjoyed it even more. But I'm going to get the warrior out of there. But I was a big fan of, right, Fennic Shand and that whole dynamic, even though there was some silliness in there too. Right? But I liked Fennic Shand. I liked krrsantan. Right? Krrsantan. Right? And so I figure we'll do a group shot today, right, of these guys. And I haven't really decided. I just had the desert still up, and I thought, well, I might as well leave it up unless I'm going to do... I could definitely do the main road up to Boba Fett's new palace. But I don't see why we can't use this either. Right? Let's get his gun in his hand there. There we go. And I think I want to use this one just because this is the costume he wore on Tatooine, right? This is the Morak costume. We didn't see him except for maybe a brief moment at the very end of Mandalorian season, right? Maybe he was still wearing that. I can't remember. But either way, we're going to go with that one, I think. I'm trying to see. Let me see. Do I need anything else? Yeah, maybe I'll give. I was thinking about giving some of these props to him. Maybe I don't want to overdo it, though. Maybe just, we'll do just that little fruit thing. Alright? Get out of there. And get this fruit in krrsantan's hand here. Right. There it goes. That's a nice little snug fit. I kind of don't want his gun way out there like this, though. It's just straight out. I'm either going to have to... I kind of want him shouldering it, but I don't know if... Yeah, that's not bad. That's a pretty good shouldering position, right? Turn it up a little bit more. He's got that fruit like he's about to eat it. Oh, he's gonna fall over. What happened? There we go. His feet are just off a little bit. Let me fix his head. His head looks funny. Right. Get him situated a little bit better. Now I'll probably take these off. I almost forgot to. Get these little jet boosters off his backpack. Okay. And I can't say it enough. They did a great job on this jetpack with the rocket thrusters and the removable missile. And the flame comes off that removable missile too. And you can put that big flame on there like that. Oh, look at that. Boom. That's perfect. Look at that. Right. In hand, I really like the small jet fire piece. But it's not very conducive to sitting in this kind of action pose. Just because when you put it in, it wants to just drop. So you can kind of mess with it and get it to stay, but because it's so much smaller, it kind of wants to just fall in the hole all the way. Right, this one will never fall in. And it's just that much bigger that it captures on film better. Right? Like I said, I like this one. But mostly just for the storage and removal. But once it's out, I kind of like this one better. That's alright though, we're not going to do that. We're not going to use that for this. I like playing with it, I guess. Right? I don't think that's a surprise to anyone. But I think with me playing been playing a lot of that Red Dead Redemption lately. Red Dead 2 or Red Dead Online. I definitely think these guys fit that spaghetti western bounty hunter cowboy kind of motif, right? And even, well, maybe you don't know, but they use that spur sound from when Boba Fett walks, and so he's always had that real strong cowboy influence to his character, to his personality and design and whatever, right? But there we go. Let's see. I'm trying to position everything just right so they're not really blocking each other, but they look, like a team. Good team shot. I'm finding that I gotta pull her a little forward because if she's further back in the group, she kind of gets lost, I think. Even though she's in front of krrsantan, it seems like she just gets lost in there. But if I pull her out a little bit, I'm moving my camera. If I pull her out a little bit, She really stands out. But I still want her to feel in there. And I'm going to put some space between them too, I think. That's a great little thing. A great little technique, right? Pull him right up close. But I kind of want him in that same space. Right? And before I'm done, I'm going to get that background lit better so that it has that glowy kind of pop that I like, right? Where's this flashlight go? Oh, I misplaced it. I didn't even look for it before the video, did I? There it is. There it is. It wasn't far away. And again, I know I say it often, but I love this thing. Even though this isn't exactly professional light setups here, this thing really does. When I want some brightness, it doesn't have a lot of options, but it's bright. Right? It's real bright, and I know it's probably hard to gauge how bright just from this video or whatever, but I love this flashlight. Not even just for this, but for all general flashlight purposes. It does have some options, though. I know. It does have some options. It's got this light bar, this light bar. You can do them both at the same time, or you can do, oh, no, I don't want to do that, right? It's got a tiny little one right on the tip that you can do. Here, I'll even, see here. Where is it? There it is. There's a little tiny one on the tip. But it's real good in a bind. It's good for creating some strong shadows too. And I think I'm going to play with it, that hot spot. Normally I'll try and get rid of the hot spot. But for this, I can call it the sun, really. As long as the printed on page sun right here isn't too visible through it, right? As long as I kind of mask it. Right? Something like that, man, that's pretty good. I like the contrast or the shadows. That's nice. I almost feel like I want to get some of that kinetic sand in here. I had thought about it before I started, and I was like, no, let's not. But maybe I should. Kind of wanted to focus on the three figures instead, but it didn't take too long to get them situated in a way. Right? I'm pretty pleased with that. I don't feel like that's lacking. Right? Maybe if I can get some of the sand in here in the right spots, the right shapes, it'll really add something. I hope. That's the hope, right? That it adds something and not takes away. Because it could. Oh, I'm losing some on the table. There we go. There's definitely some techniques to spreading the sand. Like, I didn't realize until I start playing with it. Like, right? It's similar to facades, I guess. Like, I don't want them standing on it like a figure stand, and that's kind of how I went into it originally, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or whatever, when I first started playing with it. But it's almost like a facade. You kind of want a front instead of a back. Right? But it's very similar to a facade. And you kind of just use it to front. Front and mask. Like this piece here. This piece here is just a tiny little clump, but it takes up so much window space here. Right? And it does a lot for how little it is, right? But now if I threw a giant clump back here, right, it ain't doing nothing. It ain't doing much of nothing. You know, I'll cover his foot a little better. I really am enjoying using this kinetic sand. I gotta say, it really adds. Try and get that to look not so recognizable. A little more natural. Take a look here with some light. See what the shadows do to it. Yeah, I'm not loving a little spots peeking through here, but it's not the worst either. Right, that's half the reason I got the flooring down too. I was thinking about just using the flooring piece, but I think the sand really does help. And oh, there we go. Except for that hot spot, that was pretty perfect. Yeah, if I bring that hot spot over by the sun. There we go. Yeah, I like that a lot. Kind of feel like maybe I could give her blue bottle maybe. But other than that, let's see. Or even her helmet. I think I'll go with the bottle though. I'll go with that blue bottle. I like her helmet design a lot. Kind of reminds me of that shape-shifting assassin, Kamari Vosa, or no, I can't remember that shape-shifting assassin that Jango Fett hired. And it can jump on her car, on her flying car. I can't remember the name right now. There's too many weird names. Too many, oh, there we go. Too many franchises that I've dived into and tried to memorize all these names, and I'm probably not the best at memorization, so it's okay. Yeah, right there somewhere. That's pretty good. Let me see. Can't see the screen as well while I'm up there. Yeah, I like that a lot. The hot spots out of the way. It's lit real well. The only thing is the focus. Kind of want all of them in focus. But that, let me get it. Give it a wave and see if it'll refocus. That's what happens when you spread them out a little bit, though. Let me see if I can push him back and get them focused together a little bit. There we go. Let's try that. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. That blur, the blur on them is more acceptable than it was, I think. I like that. I always liked cowboys fighting in the desert, even when they were spacemen, astronauts, and lizards and Bigfoots. And I mean, why can't Bigfoot be a cowboy gunfighting in the desert, right? I always liked that. Bigfoot gunfighting in the desert. But I think that's about it. We got a good shot in there somewhere, I think. As always, I appreciate you guys coming by, checking out my videos, hanging out with me. Let me know what you thought in the comments. As always, if you want to check out my Facebook, you're welcome to follow me on Facebook at John Wayna. That's Wayna. Just make sure you follow the toy guy and not my dad, because he's also John Wayna. If you want to check out my photography, I posted on Instagram at Street City Toys. Not Street City Studio like the channel, but Street City Toys. If you don't want to bother memorizing or remembering it, don't worry about it. Just check the link in the description. And all my videos have them, I think. I don't think I missed any, but otherwise, you guys have a great Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. If it's not, when you're watching this, whatever day it is, have a good day. Otherwise, keep playing with them toys, and I'll talk to you again real soon.